Y'all, we're here for part 2 with LC Blackwood dash London Blackwood dash Lund dash Elder Blackwood. Congratulations on that. He's an elder in the Lord's church. How did that feel?
Yo, that okay. So with that, right, and that, all of the congratulations, and actually that day when they announced it, and I was walking around my church, and everybody's like congratulating me, and I'm just like thanks, and everybody, like literally people were asking me like, are you not excited? Like why do you not seem excited? No lie, they're like yo, like why? And I'm like, I'm not title driven.
Yeah.
You know? Like, okay, I've elevated to a new title in the church. Nothing about my dedication, like, to the Lord, or nothing about my work. It's like I don't start giving God better because I've elevated.
Yeah.
I was already like I'm already determined to give him my best every single day. And even if I slip up, don't give him my best, I'm like, my mindset is I'm working towards giving him my best. I'm trying to improve. I'm trying to serve him better every day. So that title don't mean nothing. I'm doing this with or without a title.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to give him my all in preaching, whether I'm a minister, elder, it don't matter. I'm going to be diligent whether I have the title or not. So for me, I was grateful more than anything. I was grateful that God trusted me enough with the title. But I'm not about to go around getting big-headed and like, oh my God, like, yo, I'm an elder now. Like, that's not what it's about in the first place. At the end of the day, I'm a servant, bro.
What is one thing you wish that growing up in church they would have explained better to you? I'll give you an example. So for me, the thing I wish that was explained better to me in church is, to whom much is given, much is required. And they left it at that. I wish someone would have told me, okay, the much is required piece means that you have a lot of gifts. So, Steve, you're going to have to work twice as hard,
right,
to keep yourself and at the level that you want it on. You're going to have to work twice as hard as everyone else than everybody else. For me, if that would have been told to me growing up, I wouldn't have worried about what so and so is doing over here and what so and so sounds like on the drums over here and how so and so sings. Like, it would have narrowed me.
Yeah.
That's my thing that I wish the church would explain more. What is something that you wish was explained better to you coming up in church?
How God views us.
Wow.
Like, yo.
Yeah.
I feel like we talk about so much on how we should view God, or how we should view our walk with God, how we should view ourselves. And like, we don't really focus on how he views us. Which is, and when I say that, I'm talking about like it's certain, okay, so we talked about prayer life, right?
Yeah.
And we were talking about how prayer life has grown. There's times where I'm like, yo, like, I knew I should be praying more. Like, yo, I knew, like, I miss prayer tonight. Like, matter of fact, I'll do something more practical. As a musician, right?
Right.
It's standard. We have call times. It's a time you're supposed to be there, right? Because at a certain point, they're waiting on you to move the service along. And it'd be times where, like, I know I'm late, right? I'm like, yo, like, I'm beating myself over the head. Like, I'm like, granted, I like to be on time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that if you are, if your responsibility is to be there at a certain time, then it's to be there at a certain time. But at the time that you're late, like, God is not like, yo, he late. He don't love me.
Right.
He late. He not dedicated. He just, like, no. Like, God also, like, life happens.
Yeah.
We're afraid to think that God thinks that way. But he really does. Like, cause we think that if we believe that God gives us a certain level of grace, we treat that like it's a loophole to keep doing wrong. But really it's not.
Right.
Like, just because I believe in grace don't mean that I believe in doing everything I want to do at any time I want to do it.
Right.
Right? So it's like, I wish they would have explained to me better that like, yo, yeah, God wants you to do right. God wants you to, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, there's so much grace that he gives that it's like we beat ourselves over the head for stuff that he not even beating us over the head for.
Right. You are approaching your graduation season from Morgan State University. I'll clap for you because I know how that feels. The hardest part, and I've been sharing this with my students now because I just learned it last year. I graduated. The hardest part of any journey or any process is the end. We love basketball. We love sports. The hardest quarter is the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
When it comes to gold, the furnace is at its hottest for gold at the very end. What is pushing you to get to the end? Because you're closer than you've ever been. What has been pushing and motivating you to be like, yo, let's go. One more semester.
Yeah. So it's the simple fact of like, I done came this way. I done came this far.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta finish the job.
Mm-hmm.
It's like what Kobe said when they asked him in the interview. He's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, you're not happy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just
not done.
Yeah. He said job's not done.
Job is not
said, what's there to be
done.
happy about?
Yeah.
Like, I can't slack up because I'm close.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get lackadaisical because I'm close.
Yeah.
Close ain't enough.
Mm-hmm.
I need to actually get there.
Yeah.
So what's pushing me is like that mentality of almost don't count, bro.
Right.
Like, close don't count. Mm-hmm. You gotta see the job through. Like, you came this far. Just that 10%, make that happen.
That's real. In life, right now, where you are 22. If you could put a word on what your life has been thus far, what would that word be? Or what is your word that describes your life so far?
Life has been up to now. Life has been training. like legit. Life is process. It's so many things that I'm starting to see clearly now.
Yeah.
That I didn't see when I was going through it or when I was doing it. So many things, like certain situations I handle better because I've been through some stuff before. Certain strategies I have now is because of past events. Mm-hmm. And so my life is training, and I'm still training because it's my future is like, you know, I'm setting myself up for that now. I'm not waiting until it comes, you know.
When Jacob and I really got into our traveling with the Morgan Choir, he would always laugh at me because I would see things and I'd just start breakout crying. Our first morning in Cuba, we got to Cuba at night. That morning, I got up and I'm on the patio, tears in my eyes.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, is this nigga crying? Like, what's wrong with him?
Right.
What's wrong with him? I'm going to Peru.
I know what you about to say.
I knew for a fact. I was like, yo, this boy is my brother for real.
Yeah.
On that boat.
Yo. Crazy.
Yo.
Crazy.
I'm just glad that I wasn't the one crying first or caught crying first.
Oh, yeah.
How was seeing the world, like seeing another part of the world that no one has gone to that you know of? How was that? How was it just that experience in Peru for you?
Yo, it was mind blowing, and it took a second because dealing with the chaos of the traveling.
Yeah, you do a lot.
You know what I'm saying?
This plane, this terminal,
and it took a second. It literally took a second for. We were at the last leg of the trip.
Yes,
and that's when it hit, and I legit started crying because one of my prayers on that trip was for God to show me something or reveal something to me like about him that he hasn't revealed to me before.
Wow. Yeah.
So I remember, we on this excursion, adventure, whatever.
When I'd say the middle of a boat and
Bro.
just ocean, that's all we had.
So first of all, the landscape, and I'm gonna try not to be too long. The landscape, first of all, you had to fly to get there.
Yeah.
Then get on a boat to get to the mainland. So on one side you have water. On another side, there's this huge stone wall that you can't see over. Right? So now we're on this excursion, right? And everybody's like swimming and stuff. And I said, you know what? Nah, like I was like, yo, I'm gonna go pray.
Yeah.
I went up to like the top of this hill.
Wow.
And I'm praying. I got my music in my ear, right? And I'm seeing all this stuff. That's when it started. That's legit when it started. And I'm just looking around. It's nature, bro. It's like fields and plains and water. It's like literally every piece of nature you could think of was like right there. We get on a boat and we in the middle of water and it's just water.
I didn't step out of the boat. I don't got that much faith.
Nah.
I stayed right on
My
that
name
boat.
not Peter, bro.
I ain't walked, but I was there.
I sat on that boat and I literally just looked at God's creation.
Lost.
And I was like, yo, what?
Yeah.
Like, yo, and literally, I remember one of the things that I said before I really started crying. I said, yo, if you can make all of this, my problems are nothing. Legit nothing.
That's real.
Like, if you could do all of this, bro, you can handle that. You can handle it. Like, bro, yeah, it was, yo, that was crazy.
For a lot of times, creatives, we're so used to doing the work. We working, and sometimes we feel like we got to solve all of our problems.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things that you just said was like, yo, if God can do all this, my stuff is minute. Yeah. What advice do you have to creatives that they feel like they just got to solve everything? I think we all get in that zone like, yo, I got to fix this now because this is what I'm used to. I'm already a workaholic. Let me fix this. But sometimes you just got to step back and let God be God.
Yeah.
What advice do you have for that?
And I'm still learning that, right? Like I'm still learning to really just like yo, God, you gonna do what you gonna do. Mm-hmm. But I think what helps me is as a creative who is used to doing everything on your own.
Yeah.
Realizing that getting yourself a team does not mean that you're not working no more. Mm-hmm. Getting yourself a trusted group of people that can help you build, literally, it's not being lazy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You have to know when it's like, yo, I got to outsource.
Yeah. Like,
for example, the podcast,
right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not recording the podcast, handling the audio. Shout out to the producer.
Yeah.
You know, JL Media.
JL Media.
Shameless plug.
Listen, we're going to get him a microphone.
Inserts audience clap. But you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, imagine how burnt out you'd be if you had to set up all these mics, set up all these cameras, all this electricity stuff, and then sit down and then try to interview somebody. I'm like, nah, it's over. For real. So, I've learned that, like, yo, sometimes you need a team. A lot of times you need a team. And even if they're not directly in handling all of the operations, you at least need a support system.
Yeah.
Then that's for everybody.
We're going 2 more things and we're going to be out of here. London, one thing I admire about him, and this is why I keep him close, is because he's fearless. He's fearless in his attitude. What he going to wear is fearless. And a lot of times, a lot of people in our generation lack that.
Right.
They're like, what's that little joint? They're scared to put it on.
Yeah.
And I'm not scared to put a shout out to Little Richard. No, but real talk. But that fearlessness helps us achieve our goals. Like, yo, like the confidence. The confidence level. And some people may be like, Steve, you're going to do the most, whatever. God done showed me some things that I have to accomplish and I'm going to accomplish.
Right.
When did your confidence, I think I know when, But for you, when did your confidence level like be like, all right, I'm going after this, no matter what nobody say?
Okay. So like a lot of my life, I've always had a certain level of confidence.
Okay.
When I really kicked it into overdrive and was like, yeah, like you said, I'm going after this no matter what. It was like coming back from like after the pandemic.
I'm about to say after the pandemic was your season, boy.
Yo,
when you came in with them plaits, them braids, I said,
bruh,
oh, it's on.
This set the braids.
When he walked in that choir room.
Yeah.
And he had them braids. I said,
oh yeah,
ain't nobody stopping this boy.
Yeah, bro, that was like for me that was like a moment where I was like, yeah. But yo, even when it goes to style, when it comes to, like you said, like the fashion, the style thing, I've always been that way. Even back in like high school. Like even back in even back in high school, bro. Like I would wear stuff that like nobody wore, yo. Like I'm like, yeah. I was on that type of time, you know. But coming back from the pandemic, that's when I really kicked in the overdrive for real. And I was like, I said, yo, we've been shut down too long.
That thing drove me, bro. Like, we not even supposed to be here. It's time to go ham.
Bro, I legit had a conversation with my mom and my girl at the time, and I said,
love them both.
Love them both. Love them both. But I legit said, yo, when I get back on campus, I said it's over.
It's over. I know I was saying.
I said I'm going for blood, bro.
Yeah.
I'm networking. I'm talking to everybody. Yeah. I'm putting my footprint on this campus.
Yeah.
Like that's when it started. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yo, I'm going for blood. And ever since then, I just been in everything.
Yeah.
I've been in yo.
You've been in everything. Pause. I got it.
Major pause.
I understand what you're saying. It's all right. We'll just have to pause.
I've been in everywhere on the campus.
Pause.
Pause on that too. Pause on that too. Yeah.
Yo, look.
And we're moving.
Yo, closing out. We call this heavy rotation. Give me 3, or pull your phone out if you don't have a good memory of it. Give me 3 to 5 songs that you have in heavy rotation right now.
Woo! Okay. Here's yo. First of all, I found this artist, yo, and I don't think a lot of people know her. Her name is DL Zine.
DL Zine.
Bro, she got this EP out. First of all, the whole EP is crazy. It's like 27 minutes, and literally you listen to it from top to bottom, and it sounds like you listening to one piece of art.
Wow, yeah.
Like, and I think
I see it.
Yeah, I think off of there, I'd probably say "Change Me." That song is dope, yo.
She really did Diamonds and Pearls. Okay.
Yeah. You probably gonna appreciate this one, but Next to You,
okay.
Dirty Loops.
Yeah.
They're crazy.
Nuts.
They're crazy. And this the third one, I actually picked up from you and Jake. Like actually when they did the Spotify Wrapped, I think I played the amount of times I played this one song was actually crazy. But it was Agenda, King Midas.
Yeah,
I picked that up from y'all. Yo,
Jake right
on the way to DC.
The way to DC, the way and the way back. To DC.
Yeah. And Jake played that joint in the car.
Agenda thing is King Midas. He bought him on his own too, bro.
The only issue I have with that song is just 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Yeah.
King Midas, if you ever see this video, we need
5.
Yeah,
5 minutes.
like a full song. Like
a full song.
I will legit loop that song to make it sound like a full song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to.
But yeah, those are my 3.
I appreciate you, man.
Absolutely.
For coming on this show.
Yo, I've been waiting for the call since forever. Since you started this on Zoom. This is the moment. I said, when is my moment?
Y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. He'll be back. Trust me. We got lots more in store. Y'all Absolutely. Be safe. Peace out.